we are going to start negotiating a new partnership and cooperation agreement very soon. It's very good to welcome a foreign minister who knows Europe well. Of course, he has very strong connections to Belgium, which is the headquarters of the European Union. So he's studied there, he knows Europe well and how Europe functions. So we had a very wide-ranging discussion about how we take forward EU-Bangladesh relations. And there's a lot on our agenda, as you know. We are going to start negotiating a new partnership and cooperation agreement very soon, which is a very wide-ranging new generation agreement. We only have one other in South Asia, covering all different policy areas of collaboration. We also talked, of course, about the more broad global situation, so what's happening in the Middle East, the Ukraine conflict, the Russian aggression in Ukraine, which is, of course, a huge priority for the European Union. And we talked about the Rohingya crisis, so all of the areas where we have long-standing collaboration with Bangladesh and where, of course, collaboration will continue for many years to come. So it's a very fruitful first meeting and a very dynamic discussion, and I look forward, and we look forward in the European Union to taking forward EU-Bangladesh relations with the Honourable Prime Minister. I think in the next 5 years we'll be really seeing a step change in our relationship, and that will be driven by the new Partnership and Cooperation Agreement. A Partnership and Cooperation Agreement is much more political in nature than the existing agreement we have with Bangladesh, which dates to 2001, and that's mainly premised on development cooperation. Of course, development cooperation is still a part of what we do here in Bangladesh, but as you know, we had our first political dialogue a year ago, and that covers international affairs as well. And it's important that we have that mature discussion on respective foreign policy, not just about what's important in our immediate bilateral relations, but what's happening in the wider world and how Bangladesh and the European Union can influence things of shared priority. So, of course, that includes the Middle East, and of course, it includes the Ukraine conflict. Because we've made our statement, the election happened and we made our statement on that. This is very much a forward-looking discussion about how now we build the bricks of a modern relationship with Bangladesh, and that's, of course, involves foreign policy issues, but we'll be seeing, of course, in due course, other ministers in the areas where we directly engage with the government of Bangladesh. But this was a very good wide-ranging. We still have our election expert mission in town. As you know, they haven't left yet. They will be making a report that will be made public, thanks to the agreement of the government of Bangladesh. So it's not a question of that, it's a question, though, of making sure that we put our relations on the right path for the years to come.